Good morning, everyone! It's Nini here, and I'm going to be teaching you how to finally attach that servo motor to your NYHA Unibot. Now, on the last video, we left off with attaching the wires, but we don't know how to put the servo on the Unibot. So, in this video, I'm going to be teaching you just that. Naturally, the main things that you're going to need are your screwdriver, your servo motor, your NYHA Unibot, and these claws, and finally, the horn and the screws. But you may ask, Nini, why on earth is there an upload cable on the table? We're going to be needing that upload cable. Now, if you've read software setup on that module, or you haven't read up on uploading code to your robot, then I highly suggest that you do that now. In this part of building your NYHA Unibot, we're supposed to upload a program called Diagnosis 4 to make sure that when we're attaching our servo motor, it doesn't break or stall the claw whenever we're using it in a competition. Please watch this video very carefully, because if you accidentally attach your servo motor wrong, you might break it. First off, you're gonna want to make sure that your robot is turned off. You're going to be attaching your robot to the upload cable, and you're going to upload the program called Diagnosis 4. I'm going to be doing that right now. Perfect. Once you're done doing that, you should see that it says upload complete on your Arduino IDE, and after it does that, you can now proceed. First off, you're going to take your servo motor and you're going to put this wire on the inside like this. Now you're going to make sure that this white bit is approaching this pillar on your Unibot. So you're going to put it in like this. Afterwards, you're going to go back beneath and you're going to pull this wire back up like that. And then you're going to look at the back of your Unibot and you're going to see these 3 pins. It says negative, positive, and 9. Hold on. Let me just fix this. Alright. You're going to make sure that the brown part of the pins goes to negative and the orange goes to 9. So it's going to look like this when you plug it in. If you did everything correctly, you can go ahead and plug your robot in now and then turn it on. When you turn it on, did you hear your servo motor goes? That's because it just wrote itself to be at an angle of 90 degrees. That's what's specified in the diagnosis code. Now that you know it's in an angle of 90 degrees, you're going to take this claw and put it on the pillar right here. And you are going to take the other claw and put it on the servo motor's white bit like this. Now, I'm going to need you to look for something round or cylindrical. For example, let's take this bottle that I have. Put it in front of your robot and then put the other part of the claw on the other side. Your main goal is to make sure that when your servo motor is at an angle of 90 degrees, it's in this position, like so. It has to fit a bottle or anything similar. It could be a glass, it could be a plastic cup, paper cup, anything similar to this diameter that the claw can open around. You should be able to sense how far your claw is supposed to go. Now currently our servo motor is at 90 degrees. I want it to be at 90 degrees when it's this open. When I'm satisfied that it can take something as thick as this inside of the claw, I'm going to take a tiny screw I'm going to snap the servo on like this. And then I'm going to take the tiny screw that I took out of the plastic and I'm going to screw it in like so. Now the reason we did this is to make sure that when the servo turns on, it's not going to try to force itself shut. It's supposed to be able to grab something like this, and it shouldn't overshoot and accidentally try to close itself too hard. Skipping this step and being unsure about where your servo will go has a chance of stalling that servo and breaking it. And you don't exactly have replacements, do you? If you think you did everything correctly, turn off your roll board, open the servo. It's not going to let you do that if the servo is turned on. And then open it and then turn on the robot again. If it goes back to a spot somewhere over here, congratulations! You've successfully attached the servo motor to your Unibot, and that concludes everything that you need to know how to attach to your Unibot.